welcome me, they say they were freedom fighters. When they welcome me, they say they were liberators. But when they kill their crime, they change their mind. When they kill their crime, they change their mind. What kind of people they so?
They are freedom fighters.
What kind of people they so?
They are freedom fighters.
You freedom fighter, you raping our women.
They are freedom fighters.
Freedom fighter, you killing our children.
They are freedom fighters.
Freedom fighter, you destroying our country.
They are freedom fighters.
Aye, ayo, 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 oh, ayo, yo, ayo, 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 ayo. Aye, ayo, 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 oh, ayo, yo, ayo, 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 ayo. They say they were liberators. When they welcome me, they say they were liberators. But when they kill their ground, they change their mind. When they kill their ground, they change their mind. What kind of people they so?
They are freedom fighters.
What kind of people they so?
They are freedom fighters.
You freedom fighter, you raping our women.
They are freedom fighters.
You freedom fighter, you killing our children.
They are freedom fighters.
Freedom fighter, you destroying our country.
They are freedom fighters.
Aye, ayo, 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 oh, ayo, yo, ayo, 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 ayo. Aye, ayo, 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 oh, ayo, yo, ayo, 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 ayo. Music. Aha. Wani majianya wara wa monyoju weyan ke wana wa kuna ngira wasia wa pebiabu wana wa kuna konwa wasia wa pebiabu kena be monye be niaka
I'm a freedom fighter.
Oh wa monye o
I'm a freedom fighter.
Mo freedom fighter ke ni nyo bi okwasa
I'm a freedom fighter.
Mo freedom fighter ke ni nyo du bi ogbapa
I'm a freedom fighter.
Mo freedom fighter ke ni nyo bi bu odini e
I'm a freedom fighter.
Aye, ayo, 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 oh, ayo, yo, ayo, 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 ayo. Aye, ayo, 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 oh, ayo, yo, ayo, 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 ayo. Wani majianye wara wa monyonju weyan. Wani majianye wara wa monyonju weyan. Ke wana wa kurage wasia wa kwebiabu. Wana wa kuna konwe wasia wa kwebiabu. Kena be monye be niaka.
I'm a freedom fighter.
I wa monye o.
I'm a freedom fighter.
Mo freedom fighter ke ni nyo bi okwasa.
I'm a freedom fighter.
Mo freedom fighter ke ni nyo du bi ogbapa.
I'm a freedom fighter.
Mo freedom fighter ke ni nyo bi bu odini.
I'm a freedom fighter.
Aye, ayo, 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 oh, ayo, yo, ayo, 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 ayo. Aye, ayo, 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 oh, ayo, yo, ayo, 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 ayo. Aye, ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, yo, ayo, 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 ayo. Music.
let me announce here that Honorable Frank Musadin, welcome to the Abraka Talk Show. I know that you are watching. I want to welcome you to the magnificent Abraka Talk Show. Here we discuss the truth. We are not noted for blatant lying. All we do here, we come here to say the truth to the Liberian people. And I hope you will be able to listen because I have tremendous respect for you. Honorable Frank Musadin, you are watching. I hope you will take your pen and paper because I'm about to dive into the nitty-gritty of these issues. I am about to tell the Liberian people the truth of what happens. I hope you will be able to take your pen and papers.
One more freedom they say they were freedom fighters. When they were coming, they say they were liberators. But when they kill their crime, they change their mind. When they kill their crime, they change their mind. What kind of people they so?
They are freedom fighters.
What kind of people they so?
They are freedom fighters.
You freedom fighter, you raping our women.
They are freedom fighters.
Freedom fighter, you killing our children.
They are freedom fighters.
Freedom fighter, you destroying our country.
They are freedom fighters.
Ayo, 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 oh, ayo, yo, ayo, 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 oh, ayo, yo, ayo, 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 ayo. They say they were liberators. When they were coming, they say they were liberators. But when they kill their ground.
So Honorable C will speak to the issue of one of his resident in district number 16 who died untimely in ERWA Flowers too. So listen to the representative of district number 16 on Texan Wulawli Sibo.
Good morning, fellow Liberians and residents of district number 16. By 2 p.m. on Thursday, we received the shocking news about the death of Princess Coco, who lived in the Drafan residence in our district. Princess was a hard-working young lady who struggled to make life by herself. She and her fiancé Tama were always seen working so hard to make ends meet. Princess was involved into decorations and cake making to ensure that she complemented the effort of her fiancé Tama, who was always involved with keke business. Princess left her home hurriedly on Thursday morning to reach the school at which she taught young ladies in the area of beautification and decoration on the capital bypass, just to be called by a supposed client around the area. Princess' lifeless body was found in a compound that housed firehouse business. We cannot be in the 21st century, 2022, and see people gruesomely murdered in broad daylight. And after 48 hours, we cannot get preliminary reports. This is a low burner. We are calling on the police and everyone involved in this investigation to hastily come up for a report. Yesterday, I sat with the mother of Princess and her fiancé, and all they told me was, Uncle Sibo, please ensure that the details of how our daughter was killed come up quickly. We need a closure. Our country has come up from 15 years of civil war on the presidency of this president, Mr. President George Manawia. We have tried to keep the peace. We cannot have young people or anyone, as a matter of fact, die in such a manner. The fact that Princess was caught, in our view, implies that there should be no reason at this time we cannot subpoena the call log of Princess' phone to see who called her. We, the people of 016, her family, her friends, we are not going to back down until we see the full detail of what happened to Princess. Our hearts go out to our parents. We stand by them. We ensure that we follow the story through. But this cannot continue to happen. Mysterious deaths in our country, on this guise of making people to feel that our country is unsafe, cannot continue. Princess did not deserve to die at this time in such a manner. Just on Sunday, our Princess and her friends at a wedding at Riverside, and she was so joyous. Little did we know that it was our last encounter. Please, 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 police, on this one, you need to come up and come up quickly. This must be the last one that ever happened in our country, wherein somebody is just going to be gruesomely murdered in the faction in which she was. So we are calling on you. We don't want to jump your gun, but we also want to be clear that this investigation can be taken long, because just subpoena the call log of Princess and we'll see the last person who called her and we'll get to know the details. It hurts me, it bleeds our hearts that Princess, who was a vibrant young lady coming up, will now be laying down in the morgue at JFK Hospital. And so we are calling on you, as we say, please hastily come up with the report that will help us to know, because the issue is we need to have something that will serve as a deterrent. Once we get to know who did this, and the person is taken to court and sent to jail for life, others who are perpetrating crimes of the same nature will stop. Again, my hearts are off to her parents and to my young friend Tamba, who is crying profusely.
All right. I have decided for me to come here once more and to do the one and only. After today or tonight, I will not measure about Princess anymore. After today, maybe my co-host will come and then they will try to discuss it. But I will not measure this pretty get named this disease named animal. Because our spineless people are sitting in a country. People are dying gruesomely. They have a murderer into this country. People are dying day by day. Every day there is, I am glad that Musa D is watching. So I can be able to tell you the God-fed truth. All of them are spineless. I mean, all of them, including Musa D, he is spineless. For them to be something that has just minister into the country wherein the murder is passing scot-free, and no one is to talk about it. There have been so many deaths. Even up to this morning, there was one body that was found. People are dying day by day. But une princess, is it because she was or she is not? She is a sedition or not a sedition. That's the reason why her death has taken the internet. Is it because of that? Is it because of that? That princess death, it has been discussed all over the internet. But there have been other poor children that have been murdered. There have been other people that have been found dead. But the spineless Justice Minister, Honorable Frank Musa D, he is not to talk about that. He is to come here to come to watch me, to come to say what I am to say. And I will say what I have to say. I don't fear no one. Liberia is our country. I don't fear no one. Has the Justice Minister demanded for the CC camera that was on when princess went into that building, because that building have a CC camera? Has the Justice Minister demanded the CC camera? Has the Justice Minister demanded for that CC camera to be brought forth? Has the Justice Minister demanded it? What wrong by you telling the Lebanese who are not citizens into our land? What wrong with you telling the Lebanese for them to be able to give you gave them 42 hours or you gave them 24 hours for them to produce a CC camera? What wrong with that? What wrong with you? What wrong with spineless police officers? They are all spineless, including the presidents. They are all spineless. They are all spineless. So you want to tell me, so the CC camera cannot be brought forth? Oh, I was thinking that was going to be the first demand. Since you could not protect the scene, the crime scene, since you are spineless, you could not protect the crime scene, then be a mayor, a boss, demand for the CC camera. What wrong with you? What wrong with you guys demanding for the CC camera? What wrong with that? What wrong with you guys demanding for the color? What wrong with you guys demanding for the color of this woman? What wrong with you guys? When I come here, then somebody, I knew that Musa Din was going to come here today. I knew Musa Din was going to come and listen. And that's the reason, even Josh Manawia, he listened to this talk show. Because for us on this media, we are saying, we are noted for saying the truth to the Liberian populace. Although our viewers does not go into 2K, 3K, but we don't care. So what wrong with Musa Din demanding for the CC camera? No, some of you guys call me here and be able to tell me, so what wrong with that? What wrong with that? What wrong with you demanding for a CC camera for the CC camera? Look at the building. Look at this building. I'm about to tell you guys some stories about this building. This building, you see here, this is the tunnel. From the front side of this building have a tunnel that you can be able to enter here. To enter here, and you will be given an absolutely right for you to be able to access the other part of the buildings through the tunnel. Through the tunnel. Through the tunnel, you can be able to go to have access to the building, to the other side of the building. But when you enter from the front, you cannot have access to the other part of the building where people are renting from, except you go through that tunnel. And that was the tunnel that they have CC camera. That building had a CC camera. That building had a CC camera, was mounted, so the CC camera is recording. We all know what CC camera do. The CC camera record. So what wrong with Frank Musadin? For him, Spanler Musadin. For him to not demand that CC camera. What wrong with him? What wrong with him? They are business people. Fuck it. We are discussing a citizen death. Fuck it. If they are business people, they are business tycoon. Fuck it. What wrong with you demanding for the CC camera? The girl was going through the tunnel. She was crying. She made a phone call to one of her friends, and she told her friend, I am dying. And the security went on the scene. They only took the body. The security only took Princess' body. They forget about preventing the crime scene. They forget about that. They forget about protecting the crime scene for any intruder. So the CC camera, this thing happened on the 24th. The CC camera have been recording since the 24th and before the 24th. Spanner Musadin, who is here listening, what wrong with them that they cannot be able to demand for that CC camera? What wrong with them? And then they are saying, we are doing everything possible. You guys, that killer will never be found. I'm saying it. That killer will never be found. With the way the guys are mangoing with the issues, that guy will never be found. The killer, the gruesome murderer will never be found. That is the first thing first, I must say. All right, let us agree that Princess called her friend. Amen. You call me, I am dying. What wrong with the call log? Can somebody tell me, that what wrong with the call log? Hello? Can somebody be able to tell me what wrong with the call log? Let me play you a clip because I was able to sit down yesterday and I listened to Princess' brother. And I want for you guys to listen.
Is let's say the result of whatever interaction that may have happened on a cell phone. So what we usually use is the call log in terms of ensuring who the deceased may have interacted with prior to her death. So the call log is something that our investigators have prayed for, and we're hopeful of getting the call log early Monday or Tuesday, so that we're able to make some analysis of who she may have spoken to prior to her death.
Thank you. Thank you. But very quick though.
Now now you hear that from the police spokesperson. We are hoping to get the call. You should not be hoping. You should not be hoping. The call law, it is something that registers into the data system of all cell phone companies. The call law, it is something that is registered the moment you dial your number. It registers through the modems. The call log, it is not you should be praying. The call log, you want to go to the I don't know what's wrong with our securities. I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't know what's wrong with these guys. Musadi, if you are listening, you want to go to demand for the caller. You are not to be asking for it. You are to demand for it. Because you are a law enforcement officer, you are to demand for that caller. You are not to be asking for them to maybe they will give it to you. Maybe you are to demand for that caller. You are to demand for it. You are to demand for that caller. You are not to say maybe we'll get the mayor is not even setting where he will have that caller. The mayor is not even setting. Now, those police officers, they are genuine police officers. The less of Musadi and the less of other, they are genuine opium smokers, calling themselves police officers. The call law, it is something that you can demand for. It is not by favor, or maybe we'll give it to you, or maybe we'll not give it to you. The caller is to be demanded. You gave them 24 hours. You gave the company 24 hours for them to produce that caller. You think when they say law enforcement officer, you are to be going to go seek favor? Are you freaking killing me? We are discussing a citizen death. We are not discussing short persons. We are discussing someone else's death. And then you are morphing, saying maybe we'll get it Monday, but I'm praying for us to get it. What kind of police officers then we have into our country? So, which of the police officer then we have into our country? Let me play you one other clip. I want for you guys to listen.
Right.
Was she in the can you give us a brief description? We are hearing it was on the 5th floor, it was on the 3rd floor, it was outside in the yard. Can you tell us where you found the body?
So from the responding officers, we were told that the body was found at the back of the compound. At the back of the compound, in the very back of the compound, that's where the body was discovered. All right.
So before you enter the compound,
right.
Mr. Carter, you should go through security, right?
Right.
Have you established that?
So that is one of the reasons why we wasted no time, but to ensure that we started speaking immediately with the security. There were those who were quibbling us. Why is it we're quibbling?
The first thing first, Moses Carter is blanking lying. He is not saying the truth. The girl body was found in the tunnel. It was not found at the back. You know what the back is? The back, when you're saying that the back of the building, that means in the fence. But this girl was found in the tunnel. This girl body was not found at the back. This girl body was found in the tunnel. So that's one thing that we should register. Because the girl was struggling for her to go through the tunnel. Because when you go through the tunnel, and then you can go to go middle with the exits. That's where she was going. And then mistakenly for her, she fell off and she passed. Let us be able to register that. Let us be able to register that. Moses Carter, he is just another Janjaweed opium smokers, Janjaweed police officers. But I want you for you to listen to one statement, and then I don't think here today I will stay on here.
Right,
Was
sir.
she in the yeah? Can you give us a brief description? We are hearing it was on the fifth floor. It was on the third floor. It was outside in the yard. Can you tell us where you found the body?
So, from the responding officers, we were told that the body was found at the back of the compound. At the back of the compound, in the very back of the compound, that's where the body was discovered. All
So
right. So,
before you enter the compound,
right,
Mr. Carter, you should go through security, right?
right.
Have you
Absolutely.
established that?
So that is one of the reasons why we wasted no time, but to ensure that we started speaking immediately with the security. There were those who were quibbling us. Why is it we're quibbling with? Interrogating the security, because the security were the first, persons of contact, that she encountered before entering into the compound. So it's important. It was important for us to, speak to the security to find out how did she enter the compound, why did she enter the compound, and all of that.
Do the
So
building have a CC camera or CCTV?
uh, we have asked the management, as a matter of fact, to ensure that we can take a hold of, a camera, the building's camera. And so all of that will be used in our investigation as a way of, establishing, the facts of how she entered the compound, and for what purpose she entered the compound and all of that.
So
With the exception of the store, I
I
beg you, Dr. Abel, you're going to come in after this last question. With the exception of the store being a building material store, do we have resident in that building?
Exactly. We do have residents.
Okay. Have you
And
guys reached out to them?
those residents yesterday um were invited, and like I said, 10 persons inclusive of the securities and the residents were invited at the headquarters, and interrogation started with them yesterday.
How important it is upon discovering a body in the back of the Farage building material that you secure the scene, like they do here
Well,
in America, put a yellow tape line, nobody come in, nobody get out. Talk to us about securing the crime scene, and why up to now you do not have access to the CCTV camera, knowing very well it can be tampered with.
so when the incident occurred, um, when our officers responded, the crime scene was constructed. And then we had officers that were deployed there at the crime scene to ensure that there was no interference or tampering with the crime scene. We had not, decided to entirely shut down the compound until yesterday, when that determination was made late yesterday of shutting down the compound. So as I speak to you, the compound is currently shut down while the investigation is continuing. On the aspect of the CCTV, like I said, the CCTV plays a very pivotal role, especially so the company being a very huge company, building construction company. The CCTV plays a very pivotal role in this investigation because what it will do is that it will help us in, having a view of the entry of the deceased, and not only the entry but her movement into the compound prior to her death. So our investigators are making every frantic efforts to ensure that we can take a hold of the CCTV and have a view of it and ensure that it can form a part of our investigation.
So before we go to Mr. Abel and Kev Hassan will bring in that Momo A. Warren, if you receive the CCTV tape, maybe it's on a flash drive or something of that nature, and the time is not in sequence, you have lapses, what would be your own response to the building material store, knowing very well if you start at 12 o'clock, you end at 12. But now, if you have lapses to escaping in time, because it's very important. I'm fully concerned right now that because you guys didn't receive it immediately, maybe something going to happen. So, Warren, is in the tampering of those kind of evidence to you?
So when we receive the CCTV, and for example, like you talk about the inconsistency of time as expressed or as seen on the CCTV, for us, it will be of interest to us in the investigation. And it will further lead us to asking some very hard questions, to the management of Fawaz bidding company. But however, that we have not reached there, we are hopeful of ensuring that everything is going to work as expected.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kato. Kev Hassan, ask a question. I know you're going to bring in Dr. Abel Mumbo. Go ahead, Kev.
Okay, Dr. Momo, my co-panelist, Tommy Judge, asked you a very, very important question. He asked you about motive, and you did not answer that. Can you answer that? What are the motives you guys suspecting that will, and that's my first question, because I do have a second question for you. Motive that will lead to her demise.
Yeah, motive. Okay. Next question.
No.
Okay. All right. So before I get to Kev's question, I think the police spokesperson is not giving a vivid description of the place we are talking about, because not everybody will have the opportunity to enter that place. So I think there should be a vivid description of this place. All right? I will go slowly and describe how it goes so that we can all have an idea. It's not like the back, right? You got this building that is in like a cycle, let's say like a square, right? One end of the square is facing the main street. That end of the square that is facing the main street have like a tunnel at the basement. Are we following the scene? It has like a tunnel. So if you enter through the tunnel, you have access to the other side of the square. Are we getting the picture? So now, there is a trace of blood from the other end of the square of the building to come down to the exit of the tunnel.
Oh, wow.
So you getting the picture there. So it's not like you got a fence at the back of the fence. You got a tunnel that is entering from one end of the square, of that square, passing like almost through the basement to get to the other access of the building that are behind.
Okay.
So that's how
we get that. So answer the motive.
The motive. I'll come into you.
Now, for God in heaven's sake. For God in heaven's sake. Now, you see what Moses scattered lie again? You guys seen it where Moses scattered lie. This guy is not capable of being a spokesperson. The whole police need to be dissolved. The entire police need to be dissolved. Ephraim Musadi is listening to me right now. The entire police of our country need to be dissolved and let you find new breed of officers. Because these officers, they are we opium smokers. These officers today that are calling themselves officers into our country, Those officers, they are genuine opium smokers officers. Are you freaking killing me that you are asking the trading company for them to? You want to be demanding. You want to go to send it a verbal communication that you give them 24 hours. You are to give them 24 hours for them to produce the CC camera. What wrong with you? What wrong with these police officers? What wrong with them? What wrong with them? We should be here cautioning you guys. Is that what you guys want? That we should be here, that providing direction for you guys? Instead of you asking both the cell phone company and the Farah Business Center, you are to go to demand. You are to give them 24 hours. Because there is a possibility that that CC camera may be tampered. Don't take our first caller.
Until you go to fucking concert after you finish drinking his Hennessy SO, he start to scream out.
Me? Yeah, that's you, because that you having your receiver on loud.
Look.
Oh no, I'm listening to you. That way I can cut it off.
Okay, but then call it off.
Yeah, I'll cut it off.
Go ahead.
Yes, each time they talk about somebody's death, the excuse that the Liberian people have is it happens all over the world. We understand it happens all over the world, but some of these cases, they have resolved them. In Liberia, they have never resolved any case. That's the problem. We're not saying that you resolve all the cases, but at least all the cases since we have become president, which of the cases have they resolved? I just lost my brother. And up to now, we haven't heard anything.
Okay.
And this is so sad.
Okay. All right. Thank you. You know, like I am saying, do they want for us to be cautioning them about Frank Musadi know better? Frank Musadi, you are listening. You know better. You know better. That's the reason why I took off my shirts from my face. Because I want for you to see my face. Frank Musadi, you are to know better. You are the head, you are the justice minister. You are to know better, Musa. What the fuck wrong with you guys that we should be coaching you guys, to be telling you guys what to do on how you guys should be able to run our country? Is that what the people voted for you guys for? Is that what we voted you guys? Is that why? You are to go to the I don't know that company name. You are to go to them to demand. You are to go to them to demand them for them to produce the CC camera. You are not to you are not to send somebody there for them to go to sing farewell song to them. You are to demand both the CC camera. If the CC camera was to be provided, if Frank Musadi, you want to, if you are issue press statement that the CC camera be produced effective immediately, or else that business should be closed down. Or else that business should be closed down. If the CC camera cannot be provided, else let that business be closed down. Carter, what is the name and where are you calling on from?
Jerry and Dennis. I'm calling from Portland, Oregon.
Go ahead, Jenny.
Yes, I'm so heartbroken this day listening to what you're saying. And I just feel like this is negligence on the part of the police in general and the justice because, first of all, based on the description of the location, they should have that place barricaded and protected so they can get, what they need to work on the case. But look at the Farah building. They have not said anything. They are in our country. They should come out and have some remorse. Speak to the family. Talk about ransom for someone to come and say something. But when you see these things happening, brother, it's because somebody knows somebody up there. so our life don't count for anything, and it's so sad. You know, it's so sad. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank you.
So what chores have you been doing this week?
Cora, what is her name and where are you calling her from? Cora, if you cannot turn your receiver off, I will cut you off. Hello? That's what I'm saying. Look. They have a CC camera to that place. They have a CC camera to that place. Let me take my friend and brother here. And then I will come to what I was saying. Because this get deaf is very, very interesting. My friend and brother, go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, brother AB. I just want to applaud you for what you're doing. You know, I pray that the good Lord continue to bless you with long life and continue to keep you humble. You know, I'm a little concerned about my big brother co-star, who is one of the men I would expect to really be on the case here, the way he attacks issue. You know, I appreciate him the fact that he uploaded her photo and said a few things about it, but you know, the way he usually on things on his show and attacking issue, all of a sudden things have just been going cold. We pray that he stay on the side of the people. And to those Liberians who sit down home and open their mouth like they ain't got no sense and saying that all these things happen all around the world, listen, you don't understand the pain of losing a loved one.
They don't understand it.
You don't understand the pain of losing a loved one. Some of you sitting over there, maybe it has not, because that's the mentality of Liberian. Once me, my family is comfortable, whatever happened to the majority, that's not my concern. That's the typical mentality of a lot of Liberians. Pray God, such things does not happen to you. Who's sitting there, I can bet. I don't think if this has happened to Moses Carter's daughter or Musa Dean or some of the big people in the government, somebody abuse their child like that and do that, I don't think they would be quiet about it, especially if they love that child and attached to that child.
But look, I am deeply concerned about this girl death. Look, the girl went to the place, to the Farag Business Center. They have a security guard in there. How come? What was the protocol? What is the protocol that this girl passed through to enter in that building? That is number one. Because to businesses, to Lebanese Business Center, there are security all posted. You know about them.
But
So the building have a CC camera. The CC camera is recording. All to the tunnel, the CC camera is there. What the fuck that Musa Dean could not demand for the CC camera?
Maybe when you see such things happening, it's because somebody big in government hands is either, or the Liberian people who maybe they might have been involved and pay the government, the police. Because that rubbish they're talking about, if a crime scene occur here and the American people find evidence over there, that entire place is secure, is shut down. Everybody is investigated in there. The kind of pressure that people will mount on you. Even somebody in your family will come out and say something. When you look at Spoon TV, that I ain't got no respect for them. They are just bunch of, they are just disgrace to the Liberian public. It's almost like the Stanton Waterspoon had coached Moses Carter behind the scene and tell him what to say. Go back to that 2 clip and listen to. It's like Stanton Waterspoon was giving Moses Carter what to say. When you listen, clean it. They got no ready. To me, they're not even important in the Liberian community anymore. Anybody who wears that show there, they just wasting their time. Because that one, he's just there for where he can get a benefit he can get from the government. But to you Liberians that are sitting out there talking about, oh, they think happy. That's why you see when the mother said that, you know, we should stop sending money to Liberia, people didn't understand the logic in it, they misunderstood.
I understand it.
These are some of the things.
I understand
you know what I'm saying? Because they see people that are sitting there speaking glory and talking stupid fool, nonsense in our country, that the people that are calling in America here, and they please send me there. And when you send them money, they're comfortable, then they go to support the same regime that killing people every day.
But what
no
the
justice,
fuck? But what the fuck? What the fuck that Musa Dean cannot demand a call law? What the fuck? The Musa Din, the Justice Minister, cannot demand either second or loser for that to produce a color.
But you get the sportman and the police sportman talking about he will go big the people or hope. You're supposed to hope to talk. You got the authority in your hand. That kind of some citizen of the country were tragically brutally murdered like that in the compound of those people place. That whole place supposed to be shut down. Every individual over there supposed to be running an investigation. Nothing supposed to be open there. Then you're talking about you will try, you will maybe hope. I mean, it's just close to show you that we got to get figure-headed people in Liberia who just put clothes on them and put position on them, don't know what they're doing.
Thank you.
And I'm telling you, if the other Liberians are sitting now and talking rubbish, it happens in other countries.
I cannot go to Liberia. I cannot go to Liberia under the circumstances. I cannot go to Liberia. Under the circumstances, I cannot go to Liberia.
Honestly, let me tell you, the Bible says evil doer and subduer will become worse and worse. And the scripture says, not just he that does the evil, but he that have pleasure in the evil. So if you see somebody killing somebody, you don't do something to help, or you know something you don't do, okay? God consider you as part of that evil as well. Once you know something or you were there, or you know something that could help. So those Liberians are sitting over there talking about, oh, how you call it? It can happen anywhere in the world. Trust me. If that same thing comes to your door more, you will regret why your mind and power on you. You don't understand the pain of losing somebody dear to your heart.
Thank you.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. Quora, what is your name and where are you calling out from? Quora, no. Okay. Quora, what is your name and where are you calling out from?
My name is Du. I'm calling from Chicago. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing quite okay. The Liberian police people.
Yeah, thank you very much. You know, I listened to your program and I see all the mistakes. It started from the beginning when the people took power. We take it to be like it was something that we're playing with. This is not a joke. These guys only in power for 6 years. If we go for another more 6 years, then forget it. It will be a serious problem for our country. Can you imagine? All the people that died when we named them, since the people took power, all the people that died when we named them, where are justice for those people? Where are the justice for these people?
Okay.
So Liberians, we only make noise. We only make noise in few seconds, and then it finish. First of all, the Liberians really, our people are not educated. We really need to know. Liberians, they don't read their own history. They don't even know that they have right in their own country. The comment is about the people. The politicians have making it possible that for us to be divided. They make it very clear that we will be divided, so they will be in power forever, and then they be destroying our people's life. You imagine when Gizi man that one of you Gizi people go stand up and go protest. When Madingo man that Madingo people go stand and go protest. When Bazapo that Bazapo go stand and go protest. How can we run a country like that? Unity is the key to our solution. We are not united.
What is confusing to me, what wrong with Musa did for him to be able to get immediate and effective order for them to be able to both the caller and the CC camera? What wrong with you?
Because they know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. They have been taught to do that. That's why I'm telling you, I said the division among the Liberians, the disunity among the Liberians is the one that causing the problem for the Liberian people. Because we are not united. When we rise against those people, when we rise against the people like the way God rise the river against Pharaoh and his people that they were chasing Moses, they will not be happening. Now, one of the governments you look at, if another government take over, that will not take action against, if they don't know the Liberian people's strength. If the Liberian people not put their strength together to fight evil people, that how our country will be going forever until we all get perish from here. I tell you something serious.
Thank you.
Because we are not united.
Thank you.
We just need to be united, brother. That's all. We can fight all people if we are united. That's it.
Thank you.
All right.
Kora, what is your name and where are you calling out from? Kora, what is your name? Yeah.
Yes, my name is Adrian Carter, and I'm calling you from New York.
Go ahead.
And I just want to make, a few remarks, man. So our people, right? Our people are being strangled by the Lebanese people that are in the country that are running businesses. as I really do believe that they probably bribed that police, whoever he is. They probably bribed him. They probably promised to buy him a car and so and so. These things have happened several times. This is exactly the same thing that is playing out right now. There is no way a person died within your facility, within your working space, okay? And there is blood splatter, right? There is blood splatter, and somehow this case is supposed to be no foul play. This is crazy. So I believe that this is a systematic problem. This is a systematic problem that is associated with the with the Lebanese people, the Lebanese business people that are in that country. They are the ones that are dictating what happens next and who they get to kill for free. Whether this was a woman business issue or whatsoever, and they decided to just kill that girl.
Thank you.
So that's what I had to say.
Carter, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, my name is Fode Kamara and I'm calling from Africa right now.
Fode, go ahead.
Okay, Ibi. The thing is very clear, Ibi. If the police don't do their investigation, let it leave it, they get already there. But they control be remain like that until the president can move. And this thing is very clear. They kind of burying store. They put a store that they get that kind of business. It can never be if no camera around. Camera show to be all around, and I know that camera there. How can people say they not see nothing in the camera? One. Second,
No, they never said that. They never saw nothing on the camera. But I am saying up to now that the police have not demanded for that CC camera. That is my question.
Yes, that's what I mean also. And if you come to the court that the full issue, it can go to the company, any company, it can be NOSA, it can be Orange, and the people can know the get communication she been doing, send, she bad is seeing everything sort of be there. Last communication, the communication she made a day before she go there, everything sort of be here. If everything can on, will know who killed that girl. Everything will come on. But if you do not want to do it, let it leave it because it's very clear. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you. You know, as for me, that's the reason why I am the person who I am. You know, when I came here yesterday and I said that somebody called me and the person, I would not be able to call the person in. The person was one of the persons that I get called, that Princess called. Princess was able to tell her where she was going and who that she was going to go meet her godpa. And that godpa is working in the government. And that godpa is working in the government. That godpa, it is holding a key position in the government. I see the reason why Musa Dean then don't want to subpoena the caller or the CC camera. That is the reasons. That is the reasons. That is the reason that they know further well what is wrong. They know. Who tell you that this Ghana don't know? The Ghana know what is wrong. The Ghana know what is wrong. You know, some of you came here yesterday, started to tell me, oh, Abraham, then you are not a true man. What? Look, I am who I am. I established a platform without any favor, without any coerce. I was not coerced by anyone. I was able to open the talk show. And for today, we can be thankful to the Almighty. I'll take off. Let's go. Kora, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, Abi, this is Sano Kamara calling from Minneapolis.
Sano, go ahead.
Oh, Abi, you know, they get too beautiful for death to be jealousy. Everybody describe on the social media. But what really making me to feel somehow different, the last time we were talking about Henry Costa, we know Henry before, but now he now finished whole talk show on a particular issue, telling the government what to do. But up to now, have we heard Henry talking about that? Nothing.
I cannot judge Henry Costa based on that.
You cannot judge him, but that's he always do it. When
Okay.
stuff like that happen,
So now the
he's
penalty
always there.
have been turned now to me. So let us discuss what I am now saying now today. Let us be able to discuss my presentation today. Let us forget about Henry Costa. Henry Costa is a man, he is a human being, and he is allowed to make mistakes. So maybe let us not concentrate.
Mistake though. You say you know I love Henry more than anybody else. You know that, but the fact matter, I don't break and blow. I always talk the truth. We know him. If it was different, all the poor men dying in the blue, the way Henry can take it, he can take it very serious. Discuss the issue. All the people have been dying, but Senegal that have you heard him talking about that? We can't just. I understand there's a show, but he in the community. He want to advocate, and we know that how he can take issue to be. I know how he's feeling, but I will tell you the truth. I love him, but that's it. That's more on my mind. I gotta tell you, and he's helping everybody, but that's it. All the people been dying in Liberia. All the people have been dying in Liberia. The people that died on Broad Street that he this whole talk show. All the people have been dying. He only show on it. But they people get out there. It's not talking nothing about that. We said something. Now some people are saying that. Some people are thinking different. That maybe here in the government they on good talk. They want fun time. He cannot discover that.
Thank you.
Bye.
Kora, what is your name and where are you calling out from?
Hey, good afternoon. This is Madison calling from Minnesota.
Madison, go ahead.
Yeah, the thing is really troubling for our sisters, mothers, and family back home. But what I want to say here is, where are the Liberian women?
Okay.
We are west.
Oh, okay.
The president west. Where are they? Where are they? Those Liberian women that were all in the street, or foreigner that is in the country, they wrote against her. They were all in the street. We stand with you. We stand with you. While they can stand with Princess Cooper family now.
Oh, okay. You talking to me?
Our problem is the Liberian, with the Liberian, our people. We need to stand up. Nobody will come and do it for us. It's time for the Liberians to gather themselves and stand up for Princess Death. This is very disturbing.
The Liberian Christian.
Where are the women?
The Liberian Christian there, right? I think the Liberian Christian.
The churches. The churches, the churches leader them. And where are they?
But there have been series of them even this morning. My friend Howard Mesa sent me one labeled photo this morning that was found dead. I don't know whether it's a girl or it's a boy, but they get just this morning another person just died. So are you telling me now that Liberia have turned to a death squad?
It is very troubling. It is troubling for us and our family and even ourselves that year when we go to Liberia, when we go in our own country, it is troubling for us. But it is time for our people to stand up. Just yesterday, I know about them in Johnsonville. I know about one in Jalastan. After Princess death, and you talking about some just the money again. Is that the way our people are going to live in that country with this government? But if that's my view, the Liberian women, where are they? Where are they? They need to stand up.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, baby. Thank you for the platform.
Okora, what is the name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Yeah, Okora, what is the name and where are you calling from?
My name is Renee. I'm calling from Maryland.
Renee, go ahead.
Yeah, this is a very, very sad situation. As a mother, I feel very hurt for the family. And for our own country, I think it's just
Your call has been forwarded to an automated
because that whole parameter should have been on a lockdown 1-2. There should be no activities going on until the police can complete their investigation, because they should have followed a trace of blood, because Princess came from somewhere for her body to have been from where it was from. This should not be taken lightly because we all have children back home.
Cora, coming to you, just hold on.
All right, brother.
Now the local they should be able to stand in this and say something and be able to get engaged in this fight because it could have been any one of us. Any one of us. I have a daughter there of princess age.
I am so glad that Honorable Musa Dean is listening. I am so glad that that was the reason why I started the discussion with him, that he is not man enough. He is not man enough. I will be holding how I will be the justice minister. Then I be then my boys then be saying that we don't know. That call law and the CC camera.
Something, and from the whole situation, because I'm following every platform, I think this is just going to be another dead case because by now, every suspect should have been in police custody and investigating everybody within that area. Everybody should be considered suspect in this case. Her friends, place of work, everybody should be saying something by now. But the way our people handle things, I don't think this is going to be anything serious. They're just going to make a whole lot of platform noise and let it be that way.
Thank you.
Because right now there is nothing going on. We don't have any information. It's just really, really sad. I got a daughter of her age in that Liberia as well. So I'm really, really scared.
Thank you. Rufus, Yeri, go ahead.
Yeah, Ibi, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the work you do. When I started listening to your show, I heard one Jason Sibo. I know he's a representative for the district prince, the late prince I was living in.
Yeah, he is a district assistant representative.
Okay. I really appreciate him if you listen to your show for the concern. And I pray that he continue what he's doing so that justice will be done. That girl is so beautiful, and Princess death, when you think about it, it's so sad. They say somebody they kill her in the night.
No.
Or they kill her, but bro, no, I said no. I'm not saying that. I said most of the time, the death that takes place in Liberia, which is very bad. Sometimes they find the body in the morning.
Yeah.
But this girl was killed broad day.
Oh, okay.
Broad day. And according to the story, she was across doing somebody's hair because Alena is a caterer. And then she received a phone call. And she left what she was doing and ran to that place. So this case should not be something that
But look. The evidence that were in the police hand. What do I mean by that?
Yeah.
The girl, princess needed to pass by officers before getting to the building. That is one. That is one of the suspects. The officers that were on guard that day. That officer then they need to be called for police questioning. That is one.
Yes.
Two, that building have a CC camera. A CC camera is in that building. So princess went in a tunnel for her to go to the other side of the building. So the CC camera and then princess was on a phone call. So the facts are just glad.
Yeah. So Ebi, the facts are there. What Moses Carter sat down on Spoon TV was saying over there, it make no sense to anybody. You are authority in the country. When you're talking about you hope and this and that, it's so sad. This thing cannot continue to be happening. That little girl is too beautiful, pretty, and promising to just die that kind of painful death. And the girl, according to the information, you call her friend on video, say, I'm dying, they killed me. Yeah. And then from there, the phone dropped and the string got broken. I read a comment on your audio space, somebody saying that maybe it's a medical problem. She was throwing up. Hey, Liberian people, why some of you guys are so wicked? What's when you can't think? You write that kind of comment? If a person had medical product she was throwing up, then what a blood will be coming from her nose, her mouth, everywhere. Medical problem, what kind of medical problem? Girl who was working, who was doing somebody here, and they call her on the phone. She sat down in car, whatever, whatever it is, she got there. The medical problem she had could not attack her on the way. That when they behind that building, medical, even if the medical problem attacking her, that behind that building, Liberian people just stop the kind of thing.
Thank you.
And lastly, I will say this, though it might not sound well in some people here, but let me say this to our Nima County lawmakers. Nima County lawmakers, if any of you listening to this show, I'm speaking as a son of Nima County, living in America. Please, y'all stand up. Y'all come up with a press release, press statement. Y'all come up with a press statement. This is people who is because people live in a district, you have come out and said something very meaningful. Nimba lawmakers, y'all stand up. For your days against God is for Nimba County. That God is for y'all. You say y'all Yale in Nimba County. Nimba County citizens in Monrovia, y'all stand up for justice for Princess. Honorable Prince Johnson, Senator of Nimba County, Prince Johnson, please say something.
Okay.
Say something about this girl, their business. And Princess parents, brothers and sisters, we are with you people. Y'all don't sleep until you can get justice.
Thank you.
This is so painful. Thank you.
Thank you. My friend and brother, go ahead.
AB, just to re-echo what Carter said there. When Ivan wrote that thing in the book, Liberian women were all over the place.
The crusade for peace.
Yeah. When a man and woman been happy, I remember one young man went and had sex with one girl in Liberia. He recorded the video. Liberian women were everywhere calling him dog, they were demonizing, they were having arrest. So they say that when gossip or church politics going on, that when they can take, you know how many talk show hosts then we have in America that are females? Why are they not on the top here?
Oh, okay.
There are many of them, even in Minnesota, where you have talk show who are females. Some of them in Philadelphia, some of them in Iowa. That your own sister then that here happening to.
Oh, okay. Now you're talking.
Your women, you got sister there in Liberia. If something is not done, Princess will not be the last victim.
Oh, but that's just money. A ball will fall dead. That's just money.
Yeah, even Minister KV Adam, based in Nigeria, put a picture of a young man's face stuck in the mud in the river. They sent it to her. They have not found what has happened to him. I want young people being murdered on a day-to-day basis. Our bright, beautiful sister, young women, promising future leaders are just being murdered. They get out a cell phone. A cell phone company there, when you go to Liberia, you register your SIM, your name is attached to it. Every text message or conversation that you have, you can still get it. Most cattle don't want to do the right thing. They can follow truck with police, go and attack the cell phone company, get all the last call she made, it will register. The last person that she talked to, they can trace it. But because, like you said, somebody in the government who is permanent in the government is involved, that thing can go to rest.
Yes.
You Liberian women who got all the talk show hosts who can be in all the gossip, putting your money in things where you get no business putting in people's affairs and things. Death in the family among your own women then, that the time you're supposed to rise up. When you're among the pressure in USA, yeah, then the people over there will have the urge to wake up to amount the pressure too. Your Liberian women sitting now in Liberia there, I don't know what kind of charm they have put on you for Joe business. When Joe West, when he gave his story to somebody to put it in book, y'all went over there, demonizing the idea, you were protesting all over the place. Your own daughter there is being killed. You haven't done nothing yet. The so-called council of churches, the Aladura pastor there who only want to fill their pocket with money. You think God people are quiet people when you read the scripture? Oh. God people are bold people.
Oh, okay.
Are militant people.
Oh, okay.
You don't get no pastor, no church organization, nothing talking.
Oh, but
the entire country.
What they were talking?
If you don't start working, all that thing happening to other people will start coming to your door. Your fight for princess business. Because some of our we got our nieces there. I got a lot of beautiful young women in my brother. How you educated? That thing can be anybody on a child nest. If you have not lost a child or a loved one, you will not know how painful it is.
Steam
Bonge, Liberian citizens should not die tragedy like this. And you're playing mango.
Steam Bonge is talking. Hawa Meza is talking. Those are the women and the women that are on my platform. Those are the women that are really talking. But besides
the other
that,
women who got platform around here, they're supposed to mount the pressure. That female that thing happen to. Because I know there's a trend in Liberia. Once something happen and nothing is done, it will continue to happen, and happy. That's how Liberia history look like.
You're right.
If nothing is done, y'all please stand up with me. They're hurting me so much.
Yeah.
It pain me. Because I remember how I lost my own brother.
Okay. You remember that. You remember that.
So now I can't keep quiet. People used to tell me, when the 3 missing boys got murdered, the editor got murdered, I was just singing stupid song for Joey until God made me to feel the agony of how it is to lose a loved one.
Okay.
Those of you who's sitting now, maybe you're getting handout from government or your family working there. It shouldn't be that day. Liberia should be for everybody. If you don't speak up, you're on a chair, it will come to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro, AB.
Thank you. Let's take another caller here. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
I am calling from Virginia. Thank you for picking up my call. My name is Joseph.
Go ahead, Joseph.
Yeah, you see, listening to all your callers, and the problem we have in that country is the training. First of all, there is no trained police officer will be called on a death scene, and then you go.
And just take the dead body and forget about the scene.
Yes, because in the first place, what I suspect with the reason I'm saying the training is that you can see what happened in America here. Whenever they say there is even fire in the house, there should be no one else that is not fire department will go and enter in that area. When they say deaf person is here, nobody, even the relative, until they can finish with all their investigation that they're supposed to carry into that house before they can permit anybody else in there. So, is our people really trained? If the police officers are really trained to carry on such an investigation? That's number one question. And then two, the boss of this police officer, justice minister, who is, look at our leaders in Liberia, all of them being in this country, they've been to Europe, they know how the system.
Kora, coming to you, just hold on.
Why are they doing so? They're gonna know.
Thank
you. Come over here, they learn whatever they're supposed to learn, and they go back there, they seek for position. When they get in that position, it's only to pay back of corruption. Just to corrupt. How can you employ somebody to work and you don't give them the equipment? How can they have a police officer in that street to work and they don't give them what's supposed to make their job look easier? You look at our police officers here. But is the government really care about the citizen safety?
Thank you.
As our people say. So our people, we just have to keep praying to God so that we can get somebody who will really look out for the others to be safe, not only themselves. That when they in power, they have all the security surround their building and they don't care about the rest. So we just have to keep praying and then let the Lord give us new leader that will be able to care for the others. Thank you for picking up my call.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. The entire police department need to be dissolved. Kora, what is her name and where are you calling her from? Kora, what is her name and where are you calling her from? Hello? Okay. Cora, what is the name and where are you calling out from? Cora, what is the name and where are you calling out from?
Yeah, how you doing, AB? I'm calling from North Carolina.
What is the name?
Oh, Marsha.
Marsha, go ahead.
Okay. So I just want to add a little bit what everybody's saying, you know, about when that stuff happened, when they wrote a book about job where all the ladies in the country, most of them were demonstrating about, oh, it's so sad why they have to discuss about the man wife this, that. And the lady, she's from Jamaica, but you're defending her for your own blood, right, in your own country. She got murdered. You can't stand up for her. Then who you stand up for? You stand up for foreigner.
Mm-hmm.
So my brother is so sad.
It's so sad.
It's so sad. Okay. I don't know if you been watching the certain show they call the 548, where sometimes they murder people most of the time and stuff. When the detective go on the scene, whosoever like around there, nobody live in that place. Nobody. They have to interrogate everybody one by one to make sure before you can leave that crime scene.
Cora, coming to you. Yes or no? Coming to you. Mm-hmm.
I'm downhearted. I'm from Nimba. I'm from Nimba.
Oh, okay.
I'm downhearted.
Like me, right?
Oh, you from Nimba too?
Yeah, I'm from Nimba.
Oh, okay. You see? So why we are beautiful women, not only Nibali but different nationality in Liberia. If I say different nationality, which means different tribes in Liberia. Why they are big? Why this thing is going on like this? And nobody can stand up. You think if you don't stand up for yourself, who want to stand up for you? Yeah. So my brother is so sad. It's so sad. I'm very downhearted. Thank you.
Thank you. Cora, what is your name and where are you calling out from?
I'm calling from the Twin City, Minnesota. I'm William.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like the brother was just saying, you know, it just gets to a point that you people get sick and tired of saying it's so sad, it's so sad. I mean, sometimes we're running out of option right now. You know, when they get to the issue of the situation that's going on in Liberia, if you can recall, I'm sure you know about that situation. The last killing that went on in Liberia, when the president of Liberia made a remark that everybody must be their own CCTV. And it's like everybody must be their own security. The government don't have time to provide security for everybody. And if you look at the government right now, we have so many women in higher places. We have the vice president, the first lady. We have the vice president. We have the first lady. We have the minister of gender. We have the deputy police director for the deputy police director, I think, for operation, whatever the case may be, as a woman. We have some women in the immigration. Before you talk about House of Senate and the House of Representatives, so many powerful women we have over there, and they are sitting down and allowing, sitting down and allowing all these things to happen. When the man wrote the book about the first lady, Judy Andy, so-called Liberian culture ambassador, was the one who was mobilizing people to take to the street to protest about a book. The first lady, she's a public figure. She can defend herself. She didn't need nobody to go take to the street to defend her. But when it comes to us, ordinary Liberian citizens, people sit there and say, oh, it's none of my business. How many people would they kill in Liberia unnecessarily for something to happen?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cora, what is your name and where are you calling out from?
Yes, I'm Emmanuel Willie calling from North Dakota, Fargo.
Emmanuel, go ahead.
Yeah, AB, I want to commend you for your show first. On this topic, you know, the death of prisoners is very painful to every Liberian in the entire world. I listened to the police spokesman, the interview with the press. You know, I felt so discouraged and embarrassing. This young man have been lying to the Liberian people, to the public, although now they are still lying to us. Liberian women, the public need to stand up for the death of princess. If they cannot stand up, there will be no justice. What happened to the four Mason boy out of this time? No justice. The four auditor, no justice. Odell, no justice. When would justice be given to those that deserve it in Liberia?
Okay.
When will Liberian leave for America to go stand for that?
I see some of the reason why we that in the United States we cannot go back home currently because Liberia is not safe. I cannot go to Liberia right now. I can never go to Liberia right now.
AB, I listened to the young man said there's no foul play. Someone just sent me a picture and a video of the body. See the blood that's on that girl from her nose, every part of body. How can you tell the Liberian people there is no foul play?
Thank you.
I got a picture of a princess not related to me, but she is a Liberian.
Yeah.
What the women of Liberia doing? What the churches, what the Muslims, what the Christians?
Okay.
What are they doing? There's some about politics about the country.
Okay. Thank you.
AB.
Kota, what is your name and where are you calling her from?
Hello, Abraham.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. All right.
You have to reduce your volume, your receiver volume.
Okay. You got it now?
You have to reduce it. I'm still getting that feedback. You have to cut it off totally.
Okay. Is that okay?
Yes, it's all right.
Okay. Mr. Abraham, I've been following you, and I've been following you all the time. I see my niece always on your line too, which is Hawa Mensa. I normally don't come on the phone to say anything like that.
Hawa Mensa is my girl. Hawa Mensa
Yes.
is a true Allah.
Yes, I follow her too. I follow and listen to everything. This is Reverend Kroma speaking. But I want to say something on this line today.
Go ahead.
Yes, I normally don't come on this line or to talk like that. But I want to say something to us. All this killing that's going on in Liberia, the government is aware of what is going on. All of these things started from when the president opened his mouth and stated that anybody call his name or say anything to him, they will not walk in the street of Monrovia. He stated that. This government is a court. The people, they are in court. There is no government that will come in power and 24-hour people dying in the country, children, women, men dying in the street, and they can't say a word about it, and there is no justice. Deep inside it, they know what is going on. But God will speak. Even the Howard that is on your line every day that you on this line, our sister died the same way.
This girl, Hawa, this girl is sponsoring children that she sponsored children.
Yes.
That is not from her stomach.
Yes.
She sponsored children that are living in other poverty in our country. Hawa send money, Hawa send stuff to these children.
Yes.
And then
yes, and nobody can say anything.
Yeah.
Everybody after politics. They will go after everybody talk. In the next 2 days, they will kill another person. 1-2 days, another person will die. And before this government get out of power, they want to tell me everybody will die or nobody will live because they are happy and other family can get in the street, but they can get in the street. This is court.
Thank you.
This is court. This is not a political party. This is court. You saw what happened to Wayne City.
Yeah.
When they initiated him, there is no political party in the world that will initiate people into their party. But when you saw their initiation, you saw them to their party headquarters, you saw them under the sycamore tree, you saw some of the things that happened. We said you should not bring these people into power. This is a killer government. This is a killer government. And if the people don't pick up it and sit down and bring these people back to power, it will be worse than what we're seeing today.
Thank you. Thank you.
It will be worse. Their
Thank you.
eyes can open, their ears don't want to open to the people that are telling them the truth. You guys are singing song in their ears day and night. They're cursing your mothers. They're cursing your every day, telling you how stupid you guys are, and they are dying every day.
Thank you.
Now they're going to go out tomorrow to protest. Who knows what they are planning to do? Wednesday, he thought, he died. This other person thought, they killed him. A child going in the street, doing her own business at the age of 25 to bring herself up. She's not fathering nobody. She's not behind anybody. Even if she had a boyfriend, that did not give nobody right to kill her. Because the country is terrible right now. Women have become victims. Children have become victims in this country. If people don't get in the street now to talk to this president, to bring these things out, I know we're talking and nobody doing anything. Nobody should wait for Henry Costa to come and protest. The people themselves, they have the power right in their hands. If these people refuse to come out, they are the very people that are going to come out tomorrow and go vote for George Weah.
Thank you. Thank you.
They're going to come out tomorrow because they don't have the ears to hear and they don't have the eyes to see.
Thank you.
May God bless you guys that are talking, every one of you, our Mensa. We are not saying anything, but some of us are listening to you. And we'll talk and continue to pray for Liberia. Thank you, Abraham. Your thanks for what you're.
Carter, what is your name and where are you calling us from?
Oh, Eddie, this is Lee. I'm calling from Fargo, North Dakota.
Lee, go ahead.
Huh?
Lee, go ahead.
Okay, Eddie, I've been following you from day one, and even every time longer that this your show come on, I can get my notification synced up. But I was really discouraged yesterday in you a little bit. But after when after when I was at job, when I followed this show, I heard you saying that Princess was having 2 million boyfriend and all the stuff. But Abby, I must assure you that trial that you are taking, I am cursing to Princess, a Princess uncle, a Princess father on their brother's son. So I want for us to take the trash and try for all to engage government and see to it that Princess seek justice. I was also discouraged yesterday when I watched on TV Moses Carter talking all type of thing, and our doctor tried for him to make me explicit to everybody. Just go and play that spoon talk. Dr. Abel Momo, he was that first doctor that checked on that body. So I thank you so much, and I want for us to engage government and seek to it that Princess seek a justice.
Now listen. This talk show, we say what we say, the information, we give it to the Liberian people just how we receive it. We don't add out, we don't subtract. We give it to the Liberian people just how we receive it. Listen, I said that Princess. Now, one of the things that I said, don't you think that the justice minister of our country, don't you think that they have all right for them to call for the CC camera? Don't you think so? Oh, he gone.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead, AB. I'm here.
I said, don't you think that our government, they have all right to demand, not for them to ask. I'm not saying that they ask. Don't you think they have the right to demand the CC camera?
Right. Yeah, right, AB. Yeah, but that case is very common. Even if all that government can't go to CC camera, there is an easier way that government can get a fight and funding about this particular issue.
No.
Princess
The
have a
CC camera,
phone.
the CC camera. No, let us forget about the phone. The phone part, I will come to that later. But let us forget about the phone. You say that I should help you. I am saying, and I'm saying the Justice Minister was listening on this talk show, because many of them, they come here and they come and listen. I was saying, don't you think that the Justice Minister have the right for them to be able to ask for that CC camera for effectively and immediately? Don't you think so?
Exactly, AB. But there is our system that if our policeman, he can go on the national talk show, Spoon TV, and say that there was nothing mad, there was nothing at all on Princess. And Moses Carter was in the studio yesterday on Spoon TV. Just go back to Spoon TV talk. Moses Carter by head down, and after that, the Momo brought about diagram and all of those stuff. If all our security apparatus, people that are in the hierarchy, cannot protect or and defend us, where are we heading, Brother AB?
Okay. So now, what do you want for me to do?
Oh no, I just want for us to continue engaging. But then I want for us to continue engaging and then let every woman stand up. It can happen to us today. All of us are in tears. As I'm right now speaking, God knows we are in tears. It can happen to another person tomorrow. AB, all of us got to start. Yes, stop dating today and stop it forever. So I thank you so much, and I always follow you. I thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's take our next call. Kota, what is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Benu. I'm calling from Minnesota.
Benu, go ahead.
So my concern has to do with my sister because she is my sister, my friend. She's everything to everyone. So like, this is not the first time happening. It's been happening. Like 2015 in Brazil, to be precise, Hotel Africa, the depot that is there, a girl, they arrested a girl, they put her in a cell. When they put the girl in a cell, the next morning they never knew that the girl brought her in the police cell. They raped that girl and they killed her. When they killed the girl, they took the girl, they took her to fake clinic, right on the City Hotel Africa Road. When they took the girl to fake clinic, they switched her name. And after the girl already dead, they took the girl from there, they sent her to Redemption, they switched her name. When the family got to know that this girl has passed away, the only thing the police will say, the girl hang herself. Are you serious? What a girl will go and hang herself with a cloth at a shop cell where a baby surgeon even hang in that cell. So this government have to do something. We the Liberian people have to do something to women. Then the women come out. This princess, she is a mother, a sister, a cousin to everyone. It can be anybody. We're begging on the people of Liberia to please step out and do something. You just saw a blood. Why you guys couldn't take a blood to go and carry to a laboratory to see every test to know? So no one's happy. They saw a blood. Why you guys didn't take the blood? They cutting the genetics, and when they started touching the cutting, are you guys destroying evidence? Why you guys didn't take that cutting? Are you serious? So Princess took the cutting and start wiping the blood on herself? Why they couldn't take the blood and go and test the blood and no one kill her? We begging our mothers and our back home, our sister, our friends. Please step up tomorrow. Now we see a good result. Thank you so much for this show.
Thank you.
Hello?
Kota, what is your name and where are you calling us from? Kota, what is your name and where are you calling us from?
This is Gonkanu Miami. I'm calling from Philadelphia.
Gonkanu Miami.
Yes.
Gonkanu, go ahead.
Okay, AB, those things that we need in Liberia is exactly what you guys are doing. We need thousands of groups like you to be able to mount pressure on our security apparatus in Liberia to do their job. It's so sad that every day we lose someone, And then we come, and after 2 days, it becomes statistic.
Yeah.
And nothing is done. You know, people that we are losing, when you lose one person in a family, the family is you have affected the family for life.
Yeah, that is true.
So we those of us that are here, we are the one who sending things to Liberia. We're doing projects in Liberia. We're doing a lot in Liberia to alleviate the government of their unemployment and the rest of it. If that place becomes unsafe, a lot of us will be afraid to go there. And when you are afraid to go there, you will be very afraid to be able to put any resources there. These things can tarnish the name of not only the government, but the entire country. So I just want to say thank you to the callers, and also say thank you to you. We need millions of you all around the world so that we can be able, so that the voices of the people will be heard through your apparatus. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, for me, I am one person who believes in saying the truth. When I came up here, many of you were annoyed with me yesterday because I could not call the person in who gave me the information, or friend. I could not call the person who Princess went to. But the evidence is in the police hand. The first evidence was to demand for that CC camera. That was the first evidence. The second evidence was for them to go to that cell phone company in making sure that they order that call log. The third evidence was the police, the security apparatus who were on the scene when Princess came. Because you needed to pass through the security check before you can be able to go in the basement. The fourth evidence, which was to protect the scene where the blood was spread out, they were to protect that scene. This girl death, it was going to be one of the easiest death for them to be able to figure out within less than 24 hours. Within less than 24 hours, they were going to find the murderer. Because number one, the CCTV is there. Number two, the call log. When I came here, they wanted for me to come here publicly, to come and call the name of the person who gave me that information. You think I will do that? You think I will do that? You think I will do that? To come here on the show, to come and give you the information of the person who gave me the information. I will be the stupidest man to do that. I must protect those who gave me information. I must protect them. Because they know that I am not many talk show in our country, many talk show. The thing that they don't say, that's what I say. Many show. The thing that they don't say, that's what we say here. And the fifth or sixth evidence was to arrest everybody. Everybody that was in that house at that time was to arrest them. This get death alone have 5 evidence. But up to now, the police cannot be able to lay their hand. You know that the criminal justice, Steam Bonge, I think I need to invite some of you guys here, or some of you gentle ladies, for you guys to come here, to come and give all the synopsis. Because I never did criminal justice, I did sociology. And I'll be going to do my master's in applied behavior analyst. But for God in heaven's sake, this guy death alone is having 5 evidence that the police could attempt in less than 48 hours that they could be able to find out who killed this guy. But you guys never did that. You guys waiting for me to come here on the show here first, for me to come. Where are the Crusaders for peace? Where are they? Where are the Crusaders for peace? Where are they? Where are the Liberian women? Where are the Liberian women who were jumping if they saw something in their lapa? Who were jumping if they saw something in their pants? Jumping because of Azeva said that, we are told me this, and he wrote a book. What are the women? God, what is her name and where are you calling her from?
Well, I mean, I don't know what the receiver. Baby, how are you, sir?
I'm doing quite okay.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I missed the program yesterday. It was wonderful. This is Pastor Mo, and I'm calling from Minnesota.
Yeah, Pastor Mo, go ahead.
Maybe I don't want to say I'm broken, and I don't want to use the word disappointed, but this shouldn't be surprising to the Liberians. It shouldn't be surprising, and for only us in the diaspora to be speaking, it's wrong when nobody and the people in the nation are not getting to the street. We're not telling them to be violent in the protest.
What kind of protest that you guys talking about that are going to happen tomorrow? Do you really believe it?
Maybe let me say this. Even you myself live in Minnesota. You are watching on the news how these teachers in Minnesota, they've been on protest for the past almost, we entering the 4 weeks. They haven't been back in school. Why? Because they're demanding the state, they're demanding the government to answer to their request. Teachers in a school from Minneapolis and St. Paul, the other day I saw them in the snow. A couple of days ago, I saw them in the rain. And if it were in Liberia, somebody would call the head and bribe the head, and it would be swept on the carpet. Let me tell you this, AB. It is so, the people that are doing the killing, people may say, why this man is speaking this way? The only people that are doing the killing in Liberia are those that are in power. Why are they killing? Because they want to retain power. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. From the very first death in Liberia, do you remember that journalist that was killed in Liberia?
Taron Brown.
That was the first death in Liberia. They scraped him naked and they prostrate his naked corpse in the street. Yes. They prostrate his naked corpse in the street. That was a disgrace. They tell you that where we are in power, this is what we will do. And we will continue to kill, and nobody will stop us because we are in power. Who told us, the Liberians, that the police don't know who's doing the killing? Let me tell you this. I served the Liberian National Police Force for 23 years, and anybody that did criminal justice or anybody that did criminal procedure law, it tells you this: for every crime, there is a trace. I repeat, for every crime that is committed, there is a trace. The trace of that crime will lead you to the perpetrator of that crime. So why up to now, from the very first death in Liberia, nobody has been arrested, up to even the death that took place yesterday with this young man that was brutally killed and his face was turned down into the swamp and they created it like he got drowned. Tell me, Mike Grayson, Anthony Johnson was killed by Jefferson County and his men. They killed him and they wasted acid water on his body. They disfigured the entire body. Nobody being arrested. Everybody is silent. So where are we going? Where are we going? Are we waiting to vote them in power for another 6 years? The Liberian people need to make up their minds. Eddie, let me say this publicly. I have a trip to go to Liberia because God is sending me to Liberia. But I'm asking God, when I go to Liberia, will I be arrested for what all I have spoken, for what all I have said? It is terrifying for some of us that live in the diaspora to go to Liberia and see people being killed in their homes and nobody being arrested. See people being brutally killed in their homes and nobody being arrested. And all we can hear in Liberia, I will say, I will say, I will say. Is that why we redeem Liberia? Is that why Liberia will be redeemed? Where are the pastors? Where are the evangelists? Where are the imams? Where are the civil societies? Where is the citizen? Where are they silent? Are they afraid? Where are they silent? Where are the government officials? Where are the lawmakers that these people elected for them? Where are they? Why are they silent? The reason why they are silent because the more death that goes on in the nation, they silence them. They cannot speak because blood is crying out and nobody to speak. Where is Liberia heading? After 40 or 50 years of civil war, where is Liberia heading? Are the Liberians ready to vote these people back in power? That's the question we should be asking. Is the Liberia willing to vote CDC back in power? Is the question we should be asking. Because I can tell them, even some of us that speak for justice in Liberia, we pray that our family be protected. A couple of days ago, some group of men tried to kidnap my daughter to take her to an unknown destination, but it took God to rescue her. It took God to rescue her. But I come here today to tell the Liberians, enough is enough. The destiny of Liberia is in your hands. The destiny of the nation is in your hands. It depends on how you guys are going to vote. How are you all going to vote? Are you going to vote, I will say, I will say, I will say, and nothing being done, and your daughters being raped, your fathers being killed, your sister being killed, your brother being killed? Are you going to say, I will say? Liberians, this is not about politics. It's about the destiny of our nation. Where is our nation going? Why the police have not arrested one person? Eddie, let me tell you this. Look at how President Tokmo's son died. Who murdered him? Look how William Our son died. Who murdered him? Look how Ellen Johnson's son died. Who murdered him? Right after those 3 deaths, the president of the Republic of Liberia moved into the executive mansion. Are we understanding what is about to happen in Liberia? Are we understanding spiritual things? While I'm speaking here, I'm not speaking for a common people to understand. Liberians, when the children of Israel, when they had the walls of Jericho, and God told them, say, march around the walls of Jericho, and the walls of Jericho will come down. They didn't question God. They went and they marched around the walls of Jericho. You know why they marched around the walls of Jericho? The Bible said no one could go in Jerusalem. No one could get out of Jerusalem. That means that the walls of Jericho was an obstacle to the progress. I come for you to understand today. There is a walls of Jericho in our nation. And the only way the walls of Jericho in our nation can come down, we must rise up. I'm not telling you to take guns. I'm not telling you to take machete. I'm telling you to get into the street and demand justice. If we cannot demand justice, let the government, let the leaders of the nation step down. They are incapable. They are not fit to lead the nation. The constitutional responsibility of any leaders is to protect the citizens. If they feel that
coming to you, just
read the Constitution. Read the Constitution. The first thing is about life and freedom. Read the Constitution. If they fail to provide security for our nation, they are incapable to lead our nation. Thank you.
Thank you. Cora, what is your name and where are you calling on from? Cora, what is your name and where are you calling on from?
Yes. Hi, AB. How are you?
I'm doing quite okay.
Good, good. Thank you for coming on this time of the day to address such issue. Thank you for your platform and thank you for what you do.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, no matter what we do on earth, not everybody will agree with everything we do. So,
Yeah, I can understand it.
yeah. But thank you for this issue. Thanks to all of the advocates and, as you said, Howard Metzger and all of the other people that have put taken the time to talk about this issue. But as all of your callers have said, those that have heard, it is again our people that have to rise up. People cannot see. How do you say there was nothing, nobody caused this girl to die when she's bleeding? A natural death is catching somebody, nothing. You don't see any bruise, anything on them. They die in their bed, or they die in the hospital, or they die, you know, had a heart attack maybe, but nothing, no force. You see nothing that is surrounding them that is obvious to even a child that something went wrong here. And police will tell you that it was no foul play. These people continue to show that they are inept and they shouldn't be doing any kind of investigation. A news crew went there, showed there's no gate for this one to come from outside to enter. So how was she found in somebody's yard? How is it she's found in a pool of blood? How come there are gloves around?
No, but there's Farah, I don't know, it called Farah Business Center. They have a security to the point where in the security have to check everyone who enter. You have to, I believe that they get her someone there, and which of course I know. They get her someone there who call her. That's the reason why she went to EAW Junction. She now went to EAW, she now went to other places. She went straight to this place. And then the security allowed her in. So my question is, the security should be the fourth evidence for this guy. Now, the first evidence should be the CC camera. The CC camera should be the first evidence where they will go through the CC camera. The police are out there to say, but it's not surprising to me that Musa Dean, who is listening on the stock, it's not surprising to me that Musa Dean is not acting like a man. Musa Dean is acting like someone who does not know his left from his right. You have the CC camera into that building, and the girl went into the tunnel.
Yeah. Yes. The girl, they didn't come from outside. She didn't pass through one little corner. There's no hole that she crawled in. She had to walk in, and that's what I'm telling you now. We who the ordinary people, just from the investigative report, show how she may have entered through that little stairway to get to the back. However, whoever called her there, that's who did something to her. But to say there's no foul play, that's what I'm saying. It's sad. And I want to point out the other day when everybody came out, for Claire Weir, what has Claire Weir said? Mm-hmm. What has Claire Weir said? You said, oh, you know what I also find interesting? You said there's Zogos. You said there, people suffering, but they're not dying. That people who got blessings, who are doing a little better, they're the one dying in the country. And you don't find anything wrong with that? And our president, that's what I'm saying, he's selected. I saw a clip that he went to go, I know that, to the graduation of Jefferson Koji, and all he's talking about, oh, they say we ain't go to school, so we say we must go to school. The whole class there, and he points out Jefferson Koji. So everything, as the woman said, is a cult. It's all about their partisans.
Thank you.
What's wrong with the rest of the Liberian people? We are calling on Jura Howard Taylor, We are calling on Claudia. We are calling on Pisota. We are calling on Celia Ure. We are calling
The guy you call
voices.
It's a Pisota. Pisota were in Philadelphia last night. They were in Philadelphia last night. They came for UNA program. As I learned, they pledge huge amount to get to ULA. But they cannot finish the airport. The airport, what in when you arrive at the airport in there, they just say you in go zoom. The airport is dark.
Before you get to the airport, the very police that we're talking about, you can provide them logistics. You can provide them simple things to pick up the tools or the
coming to you, yes or no?
The things for forensic investigation, so somebody can see whose fingerprints are on those gloves, whose fingerprints are on the tissue. What investigation or police to do that? So just stop the nonsense. You bring justice for our people. You stop killing our people. Whoever. It's not about her because she's beautiful. It's because of you're killing our women, and I think they're selling their parts. That will be the next thing. Thank you, AB. I appreciate you.
Calling from 4182. Go ahead.
Hi, AB.
Hi.
This is Nelly.
I'm
calling from Pennsylvania. I am thinking the other way. That store, when that girl went down there, it was in the morning hours.
No, it was it was not in the morning. It was in the noon. It was like around 4. So it was not in the morning.
It was around 4, right?
Yes, it was around 4 p.m.
That store, they have Yana boys all around it. If you check it, even that tunnel going down, they may have had Yana boys selling all the way almost down there.
No, there is that tunnel. You cannot get in that tunnel until you be having dealing with someone in the building, because
I'm not saying to go down the stairs now. I'm saying right at where they show. They get the show where you see those two. Let's just say around there, all in front there, we have Yana boys all around there. Let us not go close to the steps. Okay. They have Yana boys because all in front of those stores, they can have Yana boys selling there. Mm-hmm. So nobody really took notice of this girl going under there. All the Yana boys, they were so busy that nobody, because if I was around there, about this hour, I would have been sitting and thinking, I think I saw this girl passing. I remember seeing somebody.
But if you see the girl passing, that does not give you the right for you to go to the police to go say, I just saw the girl passing. That will not do nothing to the investigation, because you will just say, I saw this girl passing by me. So but we need to give her the facts. What happened after she went to the cell, after she passed by the security? What happened? Who was the because the security need to be ask you who you came to, who want to see you. So who did that the security man asked her, and who did the security man said that she was going to? That kind of a question. And then the CC camera need to be evaluated for them to be able to see.
That's what everyone is thinking. That's also what are the securities doing? Are we this girl, their sister, for God in heaven's sake? Is this girl not their Liberian sister? So if nobody told no, the securities saw her going, why can't they say it? And why are they even wasting time talking about going to check the core law? It's a state matter. If they do it, they can be sued. And at this time, and I'm also wondering, even the owner of that house, do you think he's even in jail? Because all of them should be in jail.
The owner of the house, the business is open. The business is open. So if that's what I'm saying. If I was in the police, I will call for that business to be shut down, for them to report the CC camera in 24 hours, and that crime scene. For everybody that are living in a house, all of them will be investigated.
Yeah. All of them, first there, security, all of them, anywhere. We listen, but this is so. This is. I mean, this should not take long time to go through. Actually, the investigation. Like you, I don't know whether you listened to them yesterday on school. Can you imagine the jury question? The doctor have to be helping in the process. Even car, they don't have car. They don't have car to go somewhere. AB, the police.
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okora, what is the name and where are you calling from? Okora calling from 9817. Okora, what is the name and where are you calling from?
Oh, hello, AB. Are you getting me?
Yeah, I'm getting you.
Oh, okay. My name is Victoria Muyala, and I'm calling from Philadelphia.
Thank you, Victoria.
AB, thank you so much for whatever you do every day. AB, this girl Dev has, this girl Dev, we can't imagine. When I got her, I heard, boy, I saw her on Facebook. I saw the beautiful girl picture on Facebook. I couldn't believe that this would be happening in Liberia. We all grew up in Liberia. There was never a day that somebody would just tell somebody, child. I got my nieces in Liberia. Every day when I see picture, I just send it to them. I say, y'all be careful. Y'all see what's going on in Liberia. Liberia is not a Liberia that we knew.
No.
Y'all be very careful. And all that thing happening, the thing that apostle, we will not come out to even comment on the issues.
But what you said we have to say.
So what you said you are bringing change? Is that the change?
Yeah, that's a change.
They to murder our people there.
That's a change for people to be disappearing every day. That's a change.
So just what the previous caller said, if the Liberian people cannot get up and stand up for themselves and say enough is enough, and I whatever they can do to protest for the poor world to see that Kelly is going on in this country and these people are tired with it. Just going to continue.
Yeah. Precious say. You know that what I'm saying. The businesses that business need to be closed.
Yeah.
That need to be open.
Why is the business open in the fireplace? Why? Why is the business open? They get just that 2 days ago in the basement and you got business going on now. So even what that we say, it might be the Lebanese people or it might be somebody from the
Lebanese people. That is Lebanese people.
But they get that in the basement, for God's sake, our beautiful children. 25 years, I cried when I saw that thing on Facebook. Beautiful girl like this, just lose her life like that. The girl when she went to White House, we heard it, and somebody just called her, hello, please come. And you went, and that's it. That was everything. You know what came by again.
Thank you.
Yeah, Abby, thank you so much. We are.
Koro, what is your name and what are you calling from? You are our last Koro.
Hello?
Yeah, Koro.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I'm just calling to give my
If you cannot reduce your receiver, please reduce your receiver volume because I hear it myself.
Oh, okay. So, Evie, I just want to say thank you for all that you do.
Well, but you never call us your name and where do you call from?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Jacqueline, and I'm calling from Iowa. I recently started following you.
Okay.
So I just wanted to say that this is really, really tragic. And we as the young people, I'm just trying to say out there, like all the young people, we need to vote. The businesses should not be
Maybe this is Timandra.
Yeah.
The security guard, I'm sorry?
No, you go ahead.
I feel like the security guard played a big role in that too. His job is also he's there to serve and protect. And I feel like if they take him to the station and question him, leave him in there, I think we will get some answers. And if the businesses close down for a month or two till we can get answers, we will get answers when those businesses are closed down or shut down so we can get some kind of answers to the citizen of Liberia, because we need to know. People cannot just be dying and we don't know what's killing them. So I feel like we need to vote as young women of Liberia, young guys. We just need to vote. Vote.
Thank you.
So that's all I really have to say, B. Thank you for all that you do.
Thank you. Quarter calling from 5082. Go ahead.
Hi, this is Timandra Steinbonge. AB, this is the point where I say I give up all the time, and I say, you know what? Maybe the people should just stand up for themselves. But then again, mob justice is not the thing. Because if that was going to happen yesterday or whatever day she was found, burn that whole damn place down, we will not be having this discussion. We won't be having this discussion because guess what? What you give us is what we give you back, and that's it. Because when the government fails the people and there's nothing else for them to do or for them to rely on, guess what? They stand up for themselves. Liberians need to stand up. They need to speak up. They need to act up. We can't sit in America here and do it for them. We can only talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, and that's it. How you expect things to get better? You're the ones suffering in our country. All the people you got in government, all their wives and children in America here, they don't care. All their children in America, all their wealth in America. Oh, guess what? They're riding BB cars. They got security. You're who put them in power. You're sitting there. You're getting killed every day. You're getting raped every single day. Why you can't stand up for yourself in our country? Let's come to Princess case. First thing they should have done, when I tell people the entire security sector, the entire justice system is a mess in our country, people want to argue.
I believe you.
The entire thing. Let me tell you what makes up the justice system. The police, the courts, and the corrections. Give me one out of the three that I just named for you that are performing their job dutifully. One. None. Absolutely none. The police is a mess. The courts, nonsense. We didn't even want to go to correction before we start talking about prison. No, nonsense. Absolutely nonsense. Okay? Now, first of all, she was found dead in that area. That entire compound and everywhere surrounding that compound should have been barricaded. That's a crime scene. Active crime scene until this case can be solved. Nobody allowed to go there. Okay? Nobody, not a single person, including the owners, allowed to go there. But let me tell you what I play. We Liberians, we are racist and biased against ourselves. When you get different skin color, we appreciate you, we lift you up above our own people. So now your skin yellow, you Indian or you Lebanese, forget it. You get preference. They call you madam, they call you sir, they call you this, they call you chief, they call you boss. That is one of the reasons you see that business open by now. It never should have been open. It never should have been open. That crime scene should have been secure. It should have been protected. Okay? That's where it starts from. Now, when you secure the crime scene, before you even get to her body, when you get to her body, you look at her body. Now, two reasons why she should have blood coming out of her body. Blunt force trauma or some kind of poison or chemical, whatever. Poison or chemical, whatever, internal bleeding or whatever, we're not going to see those type of blood splatters. Okay? If we have blood splatters, it came from lacerations in her body due to blunt force trauma. She was hit. She was stabbed. Something happened. That she could have vomited that blood if she was poisoned. Maybe she wasn't. But it's their place to tell us, AB, what happened. Not to tell us no foul play. The fact that she was even laying dead over there, that's a damn foul play. That's a homicide right there. That's a homicide. The fact that she was laying right there, that's a homicide. You cannot tell us there's no foul play. Why was she there? Who let her into the compound? Who did she go to see? Who she been talking? It's not her first time going to that place. She has a picture in front of that building. So she definitely knew somebody in that building. Okay? But how can you get to know all of these things when you let everybody in and everybody out? Who fingerprint you gonna get? Who you gonna talk to? Now let's talk about the CCTV.
It could have been possible it wasn't recording. It could have been possible there was no light. It could have been possible it was cleaned out because they didn't want people to know. But you can't just walk in there and demand CCTV, AB. You need a warrant to get it. You need a warrant to go to those phone companies and say, we want her call logs. Where is her phone? Where is her phone? When you get her call logs, it tells you who called her or who texted her. It doesn't tell you what they said. But at least you have somewhere to start from. Why can't Liberians just stand up for themselves? Why do we in this America or other countries, why do we in the diaspora have to stand up for them? Why? Why do they keep voting the same people over and over and over again? Why? What do we need to do to make this right? What? We got the VP, female. We got First Lady, female. We got Minister of Gender, female. We got all the other people that get money in our budget that we paying it, females. Where are they today? When I've discussed what Joria said about his work in his book, Julie Andy, who been cultural ambassador for I know before my mom born me. That we get one cultural center. She the one was calling for people to go bake like we are because she want president. We have to take her from her position. Right now she in Dubai shaking her ass for money. Why somebody child is dead? What do we need to do? Somebody tell me. What do we need to? How many? We can't keep talking. Y'all sit there. Y'all the one suffering. Y'all the one feeding the pain. Y'all can stand up for yourself. Why the hell y'all can stand up for yourself? Why? So you want to tell me Princess Life will just go in that? The people selling and making their money today? Somebody bought a phone yesterday. Just why do we have to keep going through this? Why in that God-forsaken country the people can stand? Somebody tell me.
Yeah.
And every day they cry, oh, the country this, oh, the country that, oh, you ain't saying it. Even if we say, hey, you're the one there, you ain't want to stand up for yourself, you ain't want to do nothing because guess what? You ain't got no ethics, you ain't got no morals. By the time y'all come together, somebody bribe you, everything chakla. Then y'all sit there and y'all want us to do? What can we do other than talk? What can you do every other than come on this platform and just talk? Then you hear another type of thing. The one you put your mouth on it, you can't even go Liberia. God forbid you go Liberia, they can't call your wife and your children say AB that. One thing will come from inside. Nothing. Straight. Nothing will come from inside.
A full to step in Liberia and then.
Can you imagine? Because nothing will come from inside. Absolutely nothing. Why the Liberian people can't stand up for themselves? That whole damn police force throw that damn thing away and create a new one.
That's what I
Those
said.
damn police, y'all stand up and say y'all disrupt the hell out of them. Take their pictures, put them on the spotlight. Why the hell they can't do what they're supposed to do? Most of every day you see his sluggishly dressed. I can't stand the ground he walks on. He's not a freaking investigator. He's a spokesman. Why the hell you will run and go say something that will come back and haunt the damn place? But guess what? I don't blame Moses. I don't want Patrick Siddle passing around sucking paper with motivate somewhere around. I don't blame him. Because he who the boss is supposed to make sure it happens, it's not happening. So what are we supposed to do? At this point, I just said on AB, I just say, you know what, Liberians, anything they want to let them do it. They want there, they want suffering it.
I'm telling you.
We're not suffering it. We're getting out here. Whether they or we clean people or we not get paper or we do what they will live in a better country. It's not easy, but it's better.
It will come to a point that I will just stop talking because I will just focus on different things on how to go to my master and just focus on differently because what the essence of us talking when the Liberian cannot stand up for themselves? What the essence of us talking?
You can stand for yourself, but now you for yourself Liberians. Princess picture on Facebook. That place supposed to be open. That place supposed to be open by now. It's not. It's not. Somebody should have been there. Trouble supposed to be caused to that place there so they can know that no, I want sister that I want Liberian sister that. Okay? But because a Lebanese men play, guess what? You say that they're not beef on the security and also nobody can go stay there for if you're not buying. Can you imagine? What kind of life is this? What do we need to do as a people? Let me tell you what y'all need to do. Vote right. Y'all need to vote right. Get these bitches and suckers and these punks out of that place and put the right people there. Y'all put your own people there. But y'all can't do it. Y'all said it dying after when somebody come from America, they leave their Western children in America, they give y'all $20, y'all vote for it. The next 9 years, y'all become slaves in your own damn backyard. That's what's happening.
Thank you, my sister.
Maybe I see you, man.
Thank you. Cora, what is her name and where are you calling her from? Cora, what is her name and where are you calling her from?
I'm George Collison. I'm calling from New York.
George, go ahead.
I want to say thank you for bringing me on, AB. You know, this thing is so disappointing. It's upsetting in every way possible. You know, every time this kind of stuff happens, it just gets swept under the rug. No investigation is carried out. Just name it. There is nothing associated good with Liberia nowadays. Since this guy took over, crime rate has gotten so high in our country. It is unacceptable. Okay, when you talk about crime against women in our country, it's one of the highest in the region. But in fact, now, AB, you look at your chief diplomat. You look at your chief diplomat, your foreign minister. He had to run away from America here because of sex allegation. So these guys don't even care. They don't even value the lives of women in our country. They see women like 4th, 5th class citizens. It's just unfortunate this girl lost her life on a timely death. And yet they're trying to do? Play with the investigation. We ain't stupid. We know what happened to that girl. But what they're going to do is they're going to manipulate this investigation and it's just going to go that way. But the Liberian people, especially the young women in our country, it is time they need to stand up. The Liberian people, they need to stand up. They need to stand up and demand justice for this girl. And demand justice for her. This thing is so hurtful. Just to say this thing happened to my own sister or my daughter. Abby, I got two girls. That could have been any one of them. The manner in which the law is it's so hostile against women in our country. It's just look, enough is enough. Enough is enough, man. Everybody, all those killings that are going on in Monrovia, they're in Liberia, no head, no tail. No head, no tail. Since this guy government came into power, crime rate has increased more than 85% in Monrovia there. That's the only thing that's associated with the Liberian government, crime. From corruption to murder, crime. That's the only thing you hear about the Liberian government. Nothing good. Nothing good. Huh? Because you see, the reason why they don't investigate these matters, because they're all involved. They're all involved. When you got your foreign minister that ran away from America here because he did something against the law, against a female. The U.S. government even had to kick his wife out of America. And you got your foreign minister, he's a rapist. What makes you think? In fact, that's what happened. Those guys, they arrested and put in jail. Few years later, George will go get a clemency. Okay? He just gave someone clemencies. That's one thing you don't do. You do not give people who have committed violent acts against people, rape against women and children, you go and free them, put them on the street. You don't put that kind of people back on the street. And what they do, they take the same people, they recruit them, they put them in their units to be going around eliminating people. That's all they're doing. And they're seeing worse yet. It will get worse. You wait next year. Next year, people will disappear from the street, people will disappear from the homes. It will get worse. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. That police spokesman, he needs to go back and redo his investigation. We are not going to accept what he told the Liberian people. Enough is enough. This case, the Liberian government will investigate this case and they will come out with the findings. Justice will be served for this girl. Some of them will not rest until justice is served. Yeah, enough is enough.
But for me, this is my last time discussing this guy death. I don't think I will discuss it here, except my co-host come and come and discuss it, but I don't think I would discuss it
Eh,
here.
no, AB, you know what? We cannot give up. We cannot give up.
What I'm coming to you, just hold on. I'm coming to you.
We think we are afraid. We will take the fight to them this time. We'll take the fight to them. Oh.
Because look, because when I come here, I get information there yesterday. Lot of you were mad with me.
That let me tell you, you didn't have to tell anybody anything. That privileged information, that protected information, you have all right to protect your source. So that's one thing they need to know. The way the country is so dangerous, if you go and put out your source, the information, so they can go find that person and go kill that person too.
Yeah.
No, they need to think about something different. Everybody stand up against the government and say, look, we want justice must be served. So they're trying to say they get body just show up. The get body just show up beyond for us. You said no foul play. So you're trying to say they get killed, sir.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
Thank you.
Nonsense.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, AB.
Yeah.
Right.
Kora, what is her name and where? Kora, what is her name and where are you calling from?
AB, it's me, Letitia Roberts from New Jersey. I just wanted to also add here, while we're asking Liberian people to rise up, I have talked to people in Liberia, and you know what they say?
No.
The stories, all the things we hear, the people that are making us scared. They don't see them, they don't hear about them.
Okay.
All these news.
Kora, coming to you, yes or no?
See it, but you know why they don't see it? Because the people do not spend their money to watch shows like we do, because they can't afford data. They can't afford to eat, so priority is eating. So some of them walking around, they kill us, the things happen right in their neighborhood, and they have no clue unless they were on the spot and somebody said, oh, look what happened around there. That only way they get to know these things. So that's a problem. Our state TV does not show news as the local news does, and says this happened here.
Why you go listen to your local news?
That's the question.
Okay.
This is their ELBC.
ELBC?
They now news every day. They're sending stuff. They're sending cash out for people to donate. And this is a government-owned station.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kora, what is her name and where are you calling her from?
Yeah, AB, I'm calling you from San Diego, California.
What is her name?
My name is Sylvester Nyoma, calling you from San Diego, California.
Sylvester, go ahead.
Yeah, so maybe our problem is so multiple, is so much. Liberian, the diaspora, Liberian back home, we got the same behavior. This problem is our problem. We continue to have government will come and rob us, another government will come and rob us, all because we the voters, we the supporters, we are the same, we are divided. So let's take, for instance, those of us who are in the opposition. We are advocating for change, but the platform we lay in, we got corrupt people, and we don't want to talk about them. We want to talk about only those in government. For me, this is the problem I have. When we talk about the wrong thing, we should talk about all those that are involved doing wrong thing and find a way to drive the situation. In Liberia, the killing are going on, like the other caller said. I was in Liberia during early time. They were killing, but not like this. But this number that is too alarming, particularly the females are so much in sympathy. But how many women, like the other woman was saying with frustration, even care about their colleagues that have been killed, they have been murdered, they have been tortured, to say, marketers, let's get together and demonstrate and see that we got the vote. We can challenge those politicians. If they don't do things right for all, we can deny them political offices. But they are so complacent. They are so complacent. The fact that it's not happening to one of their family, they will not talk about it. So the issue, maybe you got using the media, internet, talking, they will talk. They will talk. And the God can step into the situation. For me, I've been an active politician before even coming to the United States. I know they bring problem to the fingertip. Everybody, they don't want to speak the truth. They see the truth and hide it because I'm a brother, because I'm a politician. I have no political figure. I defend nobody in my political career. When you are wrong, you run. I will never support you.
Thank
But
you.
how many of us will take the stand? We need to take a stand. It can be your brother. We need to take a stand.
Thank
Black
you.
is black. White is black.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Cora, what is your name and where are you calling out from? Cora, what is your name and where are you calling out from? Hello? Hello, Cora? Okay. You know, like I'm saying, for me, after today, I will definitely forget about Princess. I think I have done my part. I think I have done my part to prove to everyone that I'm a Liberian, to prove to everyone that I'm a citizen that don't judge people, that I'm an imbalance, that I am someone who does not hear one side of the story, that I am that person who does not hear the one side of story, that I'm a person who can test the test of time at any point in time. If that is not satisfactory to you, I am sorry. You know, somebody came here on a talk show. They came here, they said, oh, Abby, we are surprised of you. Why you are not talking about prisoners? I said, look, it was on Thursday. I said, look, I am investigating. When the information reached my pedestal, I will inform the Liberian people. The first time the information hit my desk, I was able to come here without any fear. You think that we don't pay money to get our informations? You think the information that I can come here to come and give the Liberian people, you think that I can just get it from in the blue sky? You think so? I go to the extent of paying them with my own money. That's what I do. Pay them with my own money for me to be able to disseminate a concrete and sensitive information. I do that. All of the death that have been happening under the government, I have discussed all. I have discussed all and I have played you clip upon clips. Without any fear, I have done that. To the extent that the Liberian, that what Stanley Bongate said. The Liberian people, very soon, I will soon leave the talk show and concentrate on me doing different things. I need to feed my family. Since I am so important to the extent that I gave you guys information, and some of you guys does not appreciate that, and some of you guys appreciate me sitting here. I don't get $5 for me bringing you, for me spending my $150, my $300, for me getting information and coming to you guys, for me to give you the information that I have written. I don't receive no pay for it, and I don't want pay. If you feel that you need to bless us, you need to bless the talk show, so be it. If you don't bless the talk show, so be it. I come here every day from Monday to Sunday to give you guys a sensitive information. If the Liberian people cannot be able for them to stand up for themselves, you want for me to go to Liberia, for me to go? Currently, Hey, if la presses, I can press Josh Manewia. If la presses, I can press Josh Manewia, and I will be appointed in government. But I does not want that. I does not want for me to go into government where in Unema one enjoying that the rest of the people are living in either poverty. I does not want that. Nathaniel Falomage, how many times did I not tell you? How many times Nathaniel Falomage have come? He came to me when I was living in PA, in Pennsylvania. My relationship partner at the time, she said, when are you listening to the people for you to be able to be a propagandist for them? I told her, I said, if you want for you and myself to part, keep bothering me about these people. And she never listened, and that's what we parted without no fear, without funny me. We parted because I does not like them. Not because of myself, but of the majority of the people are living in either poverty. It's not about me. I am living my best of life. Anything I want, I can get it. But what's about our brother and sister who living in Kulang, Vaung, Masamolang? What's about our brother and sister who live in Papa, Gaula? What about our sister and brother who live in Plibo, Solican district? What happened to them? So I told her, I said, we will part. And I will carry my talk show. I will continue to tell the Liberian people the truth. So for me, truth is what I believe in. If I want you, I will tell you I want you. But I will not tell you I want you today. Tomorrow I go tell another person I want them. No, that is not me. Truth is the truth. So I have decided. If I continue to go on this path and 2020 elections come and the Liberian people fail to listen to us, I will drop a microphone and go ahead and concentrate on my job. I can be tired when I come from work. I come here to come to give you guys information. Amen. If like flexing, someone ought know how to flex up. If like enjoyment, someone ought know how to enjoy. So I'm saying that today is my last day talking about princess. Maybe my co-host will come and talk about her, but it will not be for me. It may not be for me. Because I believe that I have done my part. I have done my part on the general. I did my part when they killed Melvin. I did my part when they killed Lofty. I did my part when they killed Tobo. I did my part when they killed Tuckman. I did my part on the talk show. When they killed Tobo, when they killed Tuckman, I did my part on the talk show. Oh yes, when some of you guys are not proud of me, I am proud of myself. When some of you guys are not proud of me, I am proud of myself. If some of you guys are not proud of me, I am proud of myself. Every death that have occurred into our country, I have get a sensitive information about each of every death I have come, including Mamutu Vla Nyimpa. was able to come here to tell you guys what went wrong. The other talk show does not tell you guys what went wrong. The other talk show does not tell you guys what went wrong. But for me, I believe that telling the Liberian people the truth, me paying for the information with my own money, what I sought for. So after today, I will lay my advocacy on Princess. And you know what? It was good that the Justice Minister was watching. That was good. That I told him the God-fed truth. I don't hate Musa Day, but he just powerless. You think that me will go now to go to say these things before they can be able to calibrate for them to go to do it? Elite. That CC camera have been tampered with. The scene where the incident occurred, that scene have been tampered with. That scene have been tampered with. So for us who believe in saying the truth and nothing else but the truth, I does not believe in going here and getting the same information, then I bring it to my audience. No, that's not me. I believe in saying the truth to my audience. But for me, I am done with Princess' business of discussion today. So far, because I am convinced that the evidence have been tampered with. So what is the essence of me talking? What is the essence of me talking? When the evidence have been tampered with, so what is the essence of me talking? The caller have not been produced by the cell phone company. The CC camera have not been produced. The crime scene have been tampered with. So what is the essence of me talking? What is the essence? Can somebody tell me what is the essence of me talking? Let's take our last caller and only our last caller. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling out from?
Yeah, yeah, this is Pastor Mo again. I want to commend you for such a wonderful show. And you are a true advocate. And I will use this time first to encourage you to say, don't give up. When the need arises, to speak on the multiple deaths that have been taking place in Liberia, speak, because it is a calling. That's what the enemy wants you to do. That's what the people want you to do. They want you to give up on your calling. The next thing is that the crime scene has been contaminated. The crime scene been compromised. And I say this, Moses Carter is not a police officer. Because when you're talking about a homicide investigation that is ongoing, you cannot come up in the public and say, we're going to get a call log, we're going to do this. You have already jeopardized the investigation because you are giving the perpetrator lead on what you are going to do. Because whosoever mastermind of death have the resources to destroy that call log. They have the resources. So my honor saying to my Liberians, brothers and sisters in Liberia, this is what they need to do. They need to get into the street. They need to demand justice. If from the death of Calvin Brown to the death of the man that was murdered last night, they need to get into the street and demand justice. Look, it is the Liberian people that employ the president. It is the Liberian people that employs the senator. It is the Liberian people that employs the representative. They didn't employ themselves. When they wanted the job, they went to the Liberian people and said, vote for me. I will do this. But their cardinal responsibility is to protect life and property. And one of the most cardinal responsibilities that they are failing to uphold is to protect life and preserve life. And to bring perpetrator to book, they have failed. That means they are incapable to lead. So what these people need to do is gather yourself, get into the street, don't be violent, protest, stick on your demand, stick on your demand. Let me tell you this, because you say I'm the last caller. Let me say this to the many listeners and those that will listen after we leave. They had the walls of Jericho in the Bible. When you read the book of Joshua, the Bible said the walls of Jericho was an obstacle. The people of Jerusalem, they could not go out. They could not come into the land. Nothing was going into the land. Nothing was going out of the land. The land was locked in, and the people sought the face of God. And this is what God said to the people of Jerusalem. He said, march around the walls of Jericho 7 times, and the walls of Jericho will come down. Let me tell you this, there is a walls of Jericho in Liberia, and the walls of Jericho will not come down when the Liberians that are sitting in Liberia continue to be silenced. They need to get up. We can't do it for them. We can't work overtime. We send them money. They need to get up. And the only way out is carry on a peaceful protest and vote all these people out. Vote them out. They don't deserve a second term. They don't deserve to stay in power. They deserve to be investigated. Why? Why you were in power, why you were in leadership and you did not protect us, why you were in power and many deaths took place and it went unnoticed and nobody was arrested. Why? That is the question. That is what they need to do. They need to get up. It's time for them to get up, and it's time for them, for these people to be voted out. No matter money they gave you, no matter what they say, if they didn't do it before, if they can't do it now, they will not do it then. If they didn't do it before, if they are not doing it now, they will not do it then. That's all I have to say. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So on that note, that's how I would like to come to the very, very end of the Magnificent Abraka Talk Show. I'm not saying that I will resign from the talk show. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that for this get deaf, let me concentrate on another person. This get deaf, it have been tampered with. The evidence have been tampered with. The evidence have been tampered with. And that's the reason why I was able to come here yesterday to be able to say it on the talk show. And many of you guys started to go fast and know with me. Many of you decided to get angry because of me saying the truth. But that's not going to deter me. I will remain strong. I will remain fearless as ever before. Liberia is out of our country. That's why I'm here. But Liberia, for all of us, I want for my brothers and sisters to feel at home. I want my brother and sister to not be judged because of their family or because of their skin. All of us deserve a better Liberia. And on that note, that's how I would like to come to the very, very end of the Magnificent Abraka Talk Show. Bye-bye for now.
So they are freedom fighters. You freedom fighter, you raping our women. They are freedom fighters. You freedom fighter, you killing our children. They are freedom fighters. You freedom fighter, you destroying our country. They are freedom fighters. Ayo, 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 ayo.
Let me say, I want to extend my thanks and appreciation to every one of you who came here to watch me. I cannot call all of you guys by name, but I love all of you and I salute all of you. You guys are the reason why I'm here. You guys are the reasons why the talk show is what it is. Thank you ever so much. I really do appreciate all of you for coming on to tap your message. Thank you. God's willing, tomorrow we'll be here with another fascinating topic. See you when I see you.
Ayo, 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 ayo.